Hi everyone, I'm back again for another love, romance and relationship reading. This one is going to be called Where is this going? So it'll be to do with potential development, because we can't predict free will. So the potential development of a connection or relationship that you have with someone, romantic. The development is likely going to be based on the current dynamic between you and this other person, and your both of your approach to the connection and relationship. We will acknowledge what could change if that comes up, if anything changes, and why, if we can. So as I've said with the other video or videos in this little series that I'm doing this today based on love, because I feel like I've been holding back, resisting, restraining part of myself in terms of the messages that I give to do with love. I've kind of just held back from it. I'm like, I don't want to do love readings. I don't know why. But I've held back. But I feel like there's a lot that I can share, or messages that can be shared that could be useful to someone out there. So yeah, I mean, these readings that I'm doing, there should be 4 of them. It's for any sign, not sign specific, and it's your timeline, however it applies to you, if it does resonate. So it can be past, present, future. I'm just reading the energy. It's for people who are single, committed, and everything in between. Because you could be single and have a connection with someone. If you're committed, you have a connection with someone. I just wanted to try something different, so I'm asking specific questions rather than doing it as a general love reading. And I wanted to make it purposeful and something that can help us on our path and actually support our connections, rather than me just telling you what's going on. This is not a specific love channel. It's, for me, this channel, I created it because I wanted it to be more about our growth, our own growth, our evolution, our understanding. But I do acknowledge that we learn a lot through our connections with other people, whether they're romantic or non-romantic connections. I mean, my greatest spiritual awakening was triggered by a romantic connection, and it really changed so much about how I view myself and other people and my place in the world. It was like 15 years of growth and evolution in less than 5 years. So I can't deny or ignore how relevant relationships can be. And the first thing, when I woke up this morning, the first thing I thought about was love reading, even though I was trying to push it away. Yeah, it was on my mind, and I was sort of literally planning my approach and the questions I wanted to ask. And I did do a reading last night on the new moon in Leo, and that title was Dedication to Truth, Values and Authenticity. I'm a Libra Sun and Venus. So I have to be honest, relationships are always going to be very important to me and relevant to me. And I'm a Leo moon and rising. So that's also, Leo is also associated with romance as well. We're still in Leo season here. Again, Leo is about expressing from the heart, honouring yourself, having the courage to speak up. And we've also got Venus retrograde in Leo new moon as well. The retrogrades bring things back up to the surface, don't they? And Leo is a sign who likes to shine their light. So in this case, we're shining a light on the subject of love. We've also got the North Node in Aries, South Node in Libra, and that can show us how relationships can support our path. So how to integrate the self and partnerships in the best ways. So I've chatted for long enough. The books you can see in front of you are some of the oracle decks, if not all, that I'm going to be using for the reading. So let's get started with some oracle cards and see where this takes us. I've enjoyed the first one that I've done, and the first bit of me talking about why I'm doing this, it's gonna repeat itself through the videos, because I don't expect that everyone will want to watch all of them. But if the title feels like it resonates, I expect people will potentially view it. So again, this reading for love, romance and relationships is about where this is going, where a connection is going for you at present. So we're gonna get a Oracle of the Unicorn card first, if I can get the deck to shuffle. So let's get, actually no, I don't like doing oracle cards first. I do prefer to get the cards out for the reading first, so I don't know why I've done that. So let's get the cards out. Let's get the main, like the heart of the matter, or the thing that we need to pay the most attention to in terms of where this particular romantic connection or relationship is going for you. So what's the main thing that we need to be aware of? So we have the 4 of Wands. I mean, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but Four of Wands looks like a wedding. Again, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. Let's see what's out there, but that did pop into my head straight away. So let's look at your energy within this dynamic, within this relationship. What energy are you bringing into it? Ooh, Five of Swords and Seven of Wands, and I'm getting defensive straight off with that. And I'm sure you have your reasons if you are defensive. Let's look at the energy of the other person. This, your energy, I mean, there is a little bit of similarity. I've got the Magician, but I don't trust it. I was talking too much, so I'm going to try that again. It may come back out. It may even come out as a clarifier. So the other person's energy, let's focus now and stop chatting. So the energy of the person who you're in the connection with. Did something flip? No, guess not. Felt like something flipped then. Six of Pentacles. I mean, that's a good sign. Six of Pentacles is someone gives and is balanced. Let's do the past energy around this connection. Any relevant past energies around this connection or relationship. It's like they don't want to come out. It's like they're stuck. And then we got the Eight of Swords kind of flipped itself back, if that makes any sense. So I don't know if that's relevant to anyone. Let me try that again. It literally flipped over, and then I don't know how it managed to flip back the right way in the deck. That is really weird. So maybe there was a bit of stuckness in the past somehow. And they're all falling out in weird positions now. I don't even know if I can trust this. I'm going to try one more time because it's a bit of a weird... I'm guessing you may have had a sticky past with this person. I mean, let me know in the comments if you feel like you want to share. Right, we've got Nine of Pentacles. First word that comes up is independence, but there's probably more to the story than that. You or this person, or both of you, may not have actually wanted a relationship in the past. That might be what that stickiness is, because sometimes, you know, we can get involved with people where there are feelings, but we're very much about, oh no, well I don't want to be a part of this. I just want to focus on my career or on my own personal growth, or I've got other things that I've got to be getting on with. I've got other responsibilities. I'm not interested in relationships. But if the feelings are there, sometimes it you can't deny it, can you? So let's look at current energies. We have the Hermit in reverse. This is weird already. I'd say that's coming out of isolation, and it does go with that Nine of Pentacles, where if you were one or both of you were focused on your independence, something's changed. This one looks like it might be a bit juicy. Let's see what the potential future energy is. Where is it going? Literally, where is it going? And it's potential energy. As I've said, we can't our own free will and the free will of others is bigger than any reading, isn't it? And there's another reader, you may guess who it is. I'm not going to say their name. They always say we can't predict free will, and I 100% agree with them. So potential, where is this going? Four of Pentacles. This is a sticky relationship, this is. And let's look at any advice. Nine of Wands, and I believe it's upright, and Six of Swords. Is the title of this going to be Resistance by the end? We'll find out, won't we? So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to get a goddesses, gods and guardians oracle card for each, for yourself and for the other person, to represent the energy that you're bringing into the connection. So I haven't done this before, but I thought, yeah, let's try this and see what happens. Right, so the energy that you're bringing in, you are bringing in end of a cycle, which that kind of would go with that Hermit, wouldn't it? Potentially, but we'll see what else comes out. There's one that keeps on flipping, trying to flip itself, intuitive awakening. I mean, I'm not going to take it. It could be relevant, but yeah. We'll leave it at one, keep it simple if possible. So the other person, what energy are they bringing to the connection or to the relationship? What energy are they bringing to it? They flew out. Let's see what they've got. They have, oh, kindness and nurturing. You know what? That really does go with that Six of Pentacles, because Six of Pentacles, generosity, isn't it, usually? So that's interesting. Let's get a Oracle of the Unicorns card to show us also what we need to know about where this relationship is going, or where the connection is going, the potential development. Oh, how many have come out there? Quite a few. Oh, we've got rebirth. That matches with the end of a cycle, and the Hermit in reverse. What else have we got? We have delight. So that rebirth card says, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. Delight, count your blessings and enjoy life, take pleasure in simple things. And cycles, again, end of a cycle, everything has its right time. Honor the cycles of your body, tune into the means of magic. That is really interesting. Okay, hopefully that's clear enough for you to see. And we will also get Sacred Destiny card to show us where this is going as well, potentially where it's going. We have purification again, and that's like rebirth, cycles, end of a cycle. I'm tempted to get one more of these, and I think I will. Let's just get one more. Where is this going potentially? Truth and voyage. Okay. This truth card might be part of the rebirth. As I say, the new moon reading I did was called Dedication to Your Truth, Values and Authenticity. So there might be a truth coming from this, and voyage is a journey, isn't it? So where am I going to put those? If I put those there, does that make sense? I think so. I think you can just about see those. Okay. So let's pull these down a little bit and move them across. It's a bit difficult to tell what you're doing sometimes when you're looking at the monitor. Okay, that works. Right, so central energy, Four of Wands is the main thing. I mean, I did say marriage. Maybe somebody wants marriage here, you or the other person. Stability, I would say, is a focus here. But let's get the clarifiers out on this and see if there is stability, if someone wants more stability, if someone wants marriage. Let's just find out and see. Oh, one's trying to slip out. Six of Pentacles, he's trying to slip out again. Has someone proposed here? Let me know. Has anyone proposed? Or do you feel like someone might propose? Let's clarify that Four of Wands. We've got the World. That literally shut out. One more. This is, yeah, I could tell it was reversed already. Five of Pentacles. Okay, we've got two. We have the Page of Pentacles in terms of, I know sometimes people say Page of Pentacles can be an engagement proposal. I don't know how that works. I would say the Ace of Pentacles was more along those lines, but let's see. Let's have a look at these. So I feel like someone's worried about this, could potentially be worried about this thing ending. You've got the World. So that again is cycles. This reading might have cycles in the title because there's so much about cycles here. Okay, I'm just trying to focus on this. I mean, you've got the World, which is a new cycle, start of a new beginning. So there's the possibility that someone was left out in the cold. Someone might have been dumped. There might have been a separation in the past. With that Page of Pentacles there, I would say someone wants to start again. As I say, there was either an ending previously or someone is worried about there being an ending now. But it looks like someone does want stability now, possibly marriage. And because your energy is a bit resistant, I mean, you may want stability as well. You may be resistant because you have had a dodgy history in relationships or with a particular person. It looks more like them because they're the one that seems to be giving with that Six of Pentacles and kindness and nurturing card. Let's clarify. So this is your energy, where we have Five of Swords, Seven of Wands, which, as I say, it's resistance. I mean, that's the no bullshit card for me. I'm not taking any bullshit card. And Seven of Wands is where you're really standing up for yourself, and it can be resistance. So let me get the book. I'm not going to read the whole message, but I just want to see what the key points are for end of a cycle. And that's hell. The last time I got that card, I was trying to figure out if it's heal or hell, but it's literally hell. So release what no longer serves you, prepare for transformation. So again, rebirth. Right. Yeah, it's just talking about completion, shedding old skins, shedding old patterns, identities, embracing change, new chapters. The invocation, which is a key point, says, I breathe deeply as one door closes and another opens. Okay. I'm going to need to clarify to get to grips with what this is here for your energy. Let's see. What do we need to know about this Seven of Wands and Five of Swords? Why is that there? Nine of Pentacles, again, independence. King of Pentacles. This is... It looks like your energy is one where you're very focused on your own stability and your own independence, I would say. Again, which I've already said. Why is end of a cycle there as part of your energy coming into this situation? It almost feels like that King of Pentacles is them in a weird way. I mean, it could represent you because then you're just building more and more on your own stability and independence. But I kind of feel like the King of Pentacles is them. And your back is turned to the King of Pentacles as well. You probably do value this person, but there's resistance there. Why is end of a cycle there? That's not helped, if I'm being honest with you. We've got Three of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. Let's get another one. Oh, okay. It is possible that this person has kind of made you wait in the past. They may have taken their time, or there may have been phases in the relationship where you parted ways, you were on a break for a while, or they weren't focusing their attention on you for a while. I mean, King of Pentacles, where's he looking? He's looking that direction, isn't he? He may have, I don't know. The other person may have been focused on their stability, actually. And then while they were doing that, you focused on your stability and you feel that they've made you wait. So that could explain why you're resistant now. But something's changed and now they are a lot more giving, I suppose, and open. Okay, and I've just said that, and we've got the Ace of Cups fly out. The Hierophant, does that need to be in reverse? No, it doesn't. Ace of Cups, they might be more open now. I know this is meant to be your energy, but I feel like it's a lot about them. And the Hierophant is there. They may have learned something in the process. That is a weird way to for your energy to come out. But I kind of just don't feel like that King of Pentacles is necessarily you. I mean, it may, you know what may have happened, saying that, you've got a lot about cycles. You may have switched roles, to be honest. It may have been that there's a chance that in the beginning, and remember the energies can be reversed as well, but I am looking at it more like your energy. It may have been that in the past, you, as I say, you were the one that was waiting on them. Their attention may have been focused elsewhere. That cycle's over now. Maybe you went off and focused on your own things, and that's kind of triggered something in this person where now they have switched roles with you, and they're the one that's waiting around for you and giving to you. I mean, that's a possibility. You'll have to tell me if that resonates. Yeah, I can't really think of any other way to read that, to be honest. I mean, you've got the Four of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck again. You've got a connection there with the Lovers, the Hermit. So that's where someone is not opening up, even though there's a connection there and they're too focused on doing their own thing. But that seems to be changing. But your energy at present is quite defensive and independent. Okay, let's look at their energy. Six of Pentacles. We've got the Five of Wands in reverse. So I'd say if this person was conflicted about the relationship before or the connection itself, they've come out of that now. If there was any interference, other people in their ear, or they were focused on anything else, they've come out of that now and they're very much focused on giving, or they will be, or they want to be. Anything else with that Six of Pentacles? See, I don't have to really clarify that kindness and nurturing too much. That's kind of self-explanatory. Yeah, we've got the King of Cups here. Again, for me, it's emotional maturity, emotional intelligence. They may not reveal every single feeling that they have, but they know how to treat you right. And that would be the epitome of kindness and nurturing, wouldn't it, really, from the masculine perspective? And I mean, gender, it's not about gender here, but talking in terms of energy. Anything else? Ace of Swords in reverse. They might be holding back still a little bit. Okay, they might be holding back possibly. When I say holding back, I mean they might have the desire to give and to be kind and nurturing, and they may be giving to a certain degree, but they might not be expressing everything. I mean, as I say, with the King of Cups, I find it a bit contradictory, because if the King of Cups is emotionally mature, they shouldn't have a problem with expressing their emotions. But I know a lot of times people say that the King of Cups knows how they feel very deeply. They're not afraid of their emotions, but they keep a lot of it to themselves. So it's like, in terms of love languages, for example, they might be very giving and helpful towards you. They might buy gifts, they might help you out with stuff, but they might not be 100% expressing how they feel, or the desire might be there, but it's just not come out fully. Although with the Six of Pentacles, that's physical, isn't it? It's practical. Let's get one more for that. Oh, flyers everywhere. Yeah, Justice is in reverse, so something's not quite, how do I put it, not quite right. It's not wrong, but it's just not quite there. Then you've got the Knight of Swords following on from Justice. I think someone probably hasn't expressed fully, in terms of a conversation, exactly how they feel, possibly, or what they want, maybe. It's a difficult one. There's a card in the Whispers of Love deck. I think it's the one about speaking your mind. That's making me think of at the minute. Let's move on from that and go to the Nine of Pentacles, that independent energy. And this is the past. That just flew out. Yeah, it's what I was saying, Two of Cups. I was saying that it looks like there was a connection there with this person in the past, but maybe one or both of you was more focused on your own independence. You weren't paying too much attention to it. Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords in reverse. Probably didn't want the stress. Probably you may have felt, or they may have felt, or both of you may have felt like the relationship is just going to add stress to your life that you didn't want, or you don't want, or didn't because it's past energy. Seven of Swords, yep, not being honest about how you feel, what you want. May have been trying to escape the relationship and the emotions potentially as well. Let's get one more. Or escape telling the truth about how you feel and what you want. Six of Wands, Page of Swords, and Four of Cups. Ooh. So that Six of Wands again could be more like that Nine of Pentacles energy of focusing on yourself and your own life and what you want. It can also be where somebody, you know, if somebody's had a real shit time with relationships and then suddenly, say if you started dating this person, and it could be vice versa. Say if you started dating this person when they split up with someone a couple of years ago or whatever, and now suddenly they're at a stage in their life where they're getting a shitload of potential and they have options, which I think is the worst word on the planet to describe people. People are not options. We are not handbags. We are not belts. We are not any kind of accessory. We are opportunities. We're not options. And I get quite triggered and passionate about that because it's such a, to me, talking about people as options is really demeaning. It's just my personal opinion. I'm not saying I'm right, but that's how I feel. But they may have felt like they had options, and this time I'm saying it in the demeaning term. Options as in they just want the attention, ego based, you know what I mean? You may have been there as an opportunity, and in fact these other people could have been opportunities as well, where there's value to them. They're people, they have value, but this person may have been in their ego and sort of thought, oh well, I've got options, so I don't have to choose one, let's just see who gives me the most attention kind of vibe. Or it could have just been confusing for them, having a lot of attention. Maybe they weren't used to it, but they didn't want to commit to one thing necessarily. They just appreciated the attention. And that can happen sometimes if you've been treated really badly in a relationship. Suddenly getting attention can boost the ego, can't it? And sort of in a false way make someone feel really valued. Anyway, let's get off that subject. Either way, I would say with that Page of Swords, I mean, it can be investigation. So if someone, either you or this other person, was getting a lot of attention, they could have been investigating which person they feel is right for them. Not committing to one person, but just trying to see what feels right. But there was a lack of satisfaction there either way. Or the Page of Swords can be that there just wasn't mature communication between the two of you. I mean, Four of Cups can be a missed opportunity. Can be dissatisfaction. There was just a lack of something, not a lack of emotion, but probably a lack of clarity, I suppose, and expression as well. So you've got the Hermit in reverse. Sorry, I'm just thinking, I just got distracted by the other card then. So that Nine of Pentacles, I'll just point out that Nine of Pentacles could be you in the past, where you've had to sort of focus on yourself because that person didn't have time for you. It could also have been them, where they're focused on their own thing, or both of you, to be honest, but we'll see. You'll know what applies. The Hermit in reverse to me is now somebody who's, so there's a couple of ways it could go. It could be someone who needs introspection and they're resisting it. It could be someone that has been isolated and introspective and now they're coming out of the isolation. But let's see what the clarifiers say. Oh, why are they sideways? Let's take it that way. I feel like it's someone who's learned. Because Page of Cups can be to do with learning. It's where someone goes off on their own path. Eight of Cups is where something's missing. So it's the quest to figure out what's missing. So I feel like it's probably more about someone who's been off on their path. Or this is current energy, isn't it? Yeah, so they've done some introspection and they're kind of on their way out, if that makes sense, out of the introspection. Three of Pentacles, yeah, they've learned something. They've probably learned about how to make a relationship work and how to be that Six of Pentacles, how to give, whether that's you or the other person. And I do feel like it's more the other person. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's more the other person because they're now in that Six of Pentacles energy. I mean, you may need to learn this as well. Maybe you've gone, because if you switched roles with them and you're now the one focused on yourself, you may need to be the one who needs to come out of that, out of hermit mode and remember how to give, remember how to be in a relationship with someone and how to collaborate with someone. Let's get one more for that Hermit in reverse. We've got the Emperor. Let's get one more after the Emperor. Okay, let's get one more and then I'll say what I've got to say. So am I trying to come out, but they're not quite making it? Okay, there we go. Chariot. Okay, yeah, that makes sense to me. So the Emperor and the Chariot. So for me, I've said it before in another reading that I've done, that I am someone who feels, for me, I prefer the masculine to lead the relationship. Not me, not to bust me about, none of this submissive business, because for me personally, I hate this whole submissive thing. But, and I'm not saying, not in terms of gender, but I prefer the masculine energy to lead the relationship, to initiate. And I'm not saying that's how it has to be. Everybody's different. Everybody likes things to be different. Just for me personally. And I would say, especially if it's someone before who was not giving what they should have been giving to the relationship, they now have come out of that hermit vibe and they're now leading the direction of the relationship. And I think I said it in the previous reading, for me, leading is leading with love, leading by example, not controlling the other person, telling them what to do, telling them how it has to be. But that's what I'm getting from the Emperor and the Chariot. So that's probably the other person. It could be you, but I feel more like it's them, especially if their vibe is one of giving and kindness and nurturing. Then to me, that's how you would lead, by example, or lead with love. I mean, they probably need to work on communication, like open up a bit more possibly. And then I'm looking at that Four of Pentacles in the future energy. But yeah, that's what I'm getting for that. So let's clarify that Four of Pentacles. So this was the current energy here. Someone coming out of that hermit mode. So this could be about to happen or just starting to happen now with the person you're with, where they are giving more, leading more. Okay, Four of Pentacles is future energy. That's holding on. Can be holding your cards close to your chest. Let's see what it means here. Is it someone holding on to you, or you holding on to them, or is it someone holding back? Oh God, Four of Pentacles clarified by Four of Pentacles. I mean, I often say it's the card holding your cards close to your chest, but I can't tell just with that double clarification what that means. Death. That's a resistance, a transformation, isn't it? And Seven of Wands, resistance. Are you resisting opening up, or are they resisting opening up, or is it both? There's resistance to something changing here, but because we've got so much stuff about rebirth and end of a cycle, you might not have a choice. I mean, death is major arcana, isn't it? So, and we had that Wheel of Fortune come into things as well. You might be trying to resist it, but good luck when it comes to things like fate and destiny. There's always something that will push you over the edge to change. Let's get one more. And I'm not mocking anyone by saying that. It's just, that's how it is. Right, we got the King of Wands in reverse. And we have, oh, that is a weird one. Again, I'm getting holding back. This is future energy of holding back. Again, it's either you're holding back, potentially because of what's gone on in the past with this particular person, or maybe even with other people. They may be holding back their feelings and their thoughts, even if they are, in the practical sense, giving to you. They may be coming in as a friend, actually, and trying to help you out as a friend, but deep down there's a bit more there for them. That's a possibility as well. The passion is there, the feeling is there, but they're not fully in it, or somebody's not fully expressing. Let's get one more for that. We've got, yeah, that was on the top of the deck anyway, I ignored it, but yeah, the Lovers, the connection's there. And then we've got the Star, so it could be a fated connection, actually. Or one that, where it's a big wish, that's for sure. Should I get one more, or is it worth it? I don't know if it's worth it getting another one. I mean, as I say, I can't tell who's the most resistant. It feels like it could be both of you being kind of resistant in a way. That's the energy. Let's look at the advice instead of keep on just repeating this business. So 9 of Wands, 6 of Swords. I would say that both of you probably are more focused on, well, not more focused, but you both want peace within the situation. And sometimes the peace can be, I mean, in theory, you'd think that opening up would be peace, would give you peace, but then there's sometimes fear attached to that, isn't it? And reluctance and resistance, which can be, I mean, for me, the Nine of Wands is often about still standing, but then it can be reluctance as well, can't it? Let's, you've clearly both probably been through a lot, and that would explain not necessarily wanting to open up. Queen of Cups. There's a lot of emotion there. I'm just looking at that Truth card. Again, it's taking me back to that new moon reading about dedication to your truth, values and authenticity. There's a need to speak from the heart. And there was another reading for that as well that I did. I can't remember which one it was, that talking about needing to speak from the heart. And that's Leo energy again. So there's a lot of feelings there. What else? The whole clarifying deck is nearly done in this reading. Knight of Wands. Passion, a desire to take action. Eight of Pentacles, the Moon. Okay, so this is all advice now. Let's see. I feel like this is just saying to be open emotionally. To be fully open emotionally. Because the Knight of Wands is not restricted at all. They're not held back. Eight of Pentacles is effort. The Moon is what's hidden. You've got the emotions there with the Queen of Cups. I think to find peace in this situation, either one or both of you is going to have to face your fears and fully open up about how you feel and what you want. And that's probably what will create the rebirth, what will purify things. It will bring delight. So where is this heading? Where is it heading based on the dynamic between you? It depends on if you open up or not. I mean, in the future energy, it still looks like a lot of resistance. But if you choose to change that and to open up, either them or you, then things will change. If it's the other person who needs to open up, see, I don't like giving advice like in this particular way, but it may be a case of needing to ask them how they feel about you or what they want with you. You know, sometimes when you want to define the relationship, and I know that sometimes women in particular, not just women, but I do hear a lot of women not wanting to define the relationship because they want to seem chill and cool and blah blah blah, and it's like, well, hang on a sec, what about your feelings? Forget being chill and cool. So you'd rather sit there in limbo for like a year with somebody, not defining the relationship because you want to be cool? Would you prefer for them to be honest with you and find out the truth about if they actually want a future with you, or if they're just gonna keep you as a side piece or whatever? And I don't know why I've gone that dramatic, but I just think we shouldn't fear defining relationships, because if you're sitting there in limbo with someone for a very long time, you're wasting your own time, and that's not fair to you, and vice versa as well. If you're sort of holding on to someone but you're not defining things, obviously use your own discernment to establish what is a sensible time frame. I mean, after 2 weeks, if you're asking if you're going to get married, you know what, it depends. Some people, that's what they want, and you know what, if that is your truth, that is what you value, that's authentically you, then 100%. If you need to know if there's marriage potential after 2 weeks, go for it, because you're just being true to yourself, and that will help you bring in the right person for you. It will help the universe to match make you. That sounds like a weird term, but to match you with the right person, because there probably is someone out there in the world who also wants to know after 2 weeks whether or not there's marriage potential. But do what's true for you. Don't fear knowing where you stand with someone, and they shouldn't fear that with you. And as I say, you may need to initiate. It's not that you have to blurt out everything that you feel, but at the very least, it might be a case of saying, you know, where do you want this to go? Yeah, let's get some more advice. So let's get Power of Love card. Forgiveness. So that may be where, if they, well, either way, whether it's you or them, whoever didn't give enough in the past or was too focused on themselves, there needs to be forgiveness over that, and then maybe that will help to open up as well and release any negativity or stagnancy in the relationship. That will purify it. Anything else? Self-love, which I think is something that's already happening. And harmony, yeah, that's needed here. Harmony, you need to know the truth to get harmony. Self-love, It is about looking after yourself. But for me, self-love is forgiveness towards other people as well. Whether it's forgiveness because you have empathy because of what they've been through, and you get that, or whether it's forgiving someone to give you your own sense of peace in understanding why they did what they did. And that's come up a lot as well, about getting where people come from, even if it's not because you want to give them empathy, but to make peace for yourself. Let's get a Whispers of Love card and see what comes out with that. And there's a card that's on my mind that may or may not come out, but we'll see. What else do we need to know about where this relationship is going? That was aggressive. Be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, anything is possible. I think for me, again, that's knowing where you stand with someone. Yeah, it's knowing where you stand with them. Actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. And I think it looks like they are doing that, but maybe you need to do that. Maybe they're doing that or you're not. Or maybe you want them to prove to you, or they need you to prove to them that their words and actions match up. I mean, if someone is being really kind to you and giving, but they're not saying how they feel, and it still leaves a bit of ambiguity, then you need to consolidate. I love that word, consolidate, and align those two things together, which is chariot energy, isn't it? Aligning things together to make it work and to create harmony. Let's get you a postcard from Spirit, and then we'll wrap the reading up and see what comes out with that. Oh, that just flew. You've got two of them. Should I take them? Yeah, I'll take them. There might be personal messages to you rather than to both. Well, it is about where is this going, but it might relate to you. Let's see. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one we know to be true about you, a story of courage, gratitude and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they're stories you're proud of. Genuine, loving fan club. That for me is, again, where there's that resistant energy, any worry about what's gone on in the past. You have to be honest about that and somehow get past it. Otherwise, you're telling yourself a story that things aren't going to work or that the person isn't right. And whether that's true or not, it can be self-fulfilling, can't it? Sometimes, even if the person's not that, even if they're not wrong for you or whatever, it can become self-fulfilling if you push them away. Right, second one says, dearest you, there is only one you. You have a unique path and a special purpose. You're supposed to have specific experiences in this world and meet certain people. But then it is up to you how you live, how awake you choose to be, and how willing you are to grow and strip away what's false. Don't compare yourself to others. It's easy to think a person is happier just because their outside looks good according to society's standards. But you can't know anyone's internal experience. Compare yourself only to your past self. See how far you've come. Don't be distracted by what others are doing or accomplishing. Stay focused on what inspires you. That's how you get successful and find happiness. Want what you have now, not what someone else has. We love you immensely and know your journey ahead is sparkling with miracles and wondrous things. Trust, loving you forever and ever. That's just made me think. I mean, but it looks like you both need to be a bit more vulnerable. But is there something where one or both of you may feel like you're not quite good enough for each other, or you haven't achieved enough yet, and it's like, oh, well, I need to be perfect before I can be in a relationship. Where we do a lot of work on ourselves sometimes and we get obsessed and it's like, oh no, well, I have to achieve this before I'm ready for a relationship. When realistically, is there ever a wrong or right time for a relationship? I mean, maybe there is, but for the most part, you should in theory hopefully learn from the experience no matter what anyway. So can we really say there's a wrong time for a relationship. I mean, some people have gone through grief, like they're literally going through grief, and they think, oh, this is the complete wrong time for a relationship, and they could end up marrying that person and be with them for a lifetime, even though it seems like the wrong time. Anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully you found that helpful. Hopefully that's made sense on where your relationship is going. Feel free to share your comments and what's happening with you. Thank you for watching. Take care.